Back with another video, and the question is the H2 a money pit? Now, that it's kind of hard to answer. It depends on what kind of guy are you. Are you the kind of guy that's willing to work on a car, or are you the kind of guy or girl that doesn't even want to get dirty and just wants to take the car to a mechanic all the time? If you're that kind of person that doesn't want to get dirty, yes, if you have the money to be going back and forward to a mechanic, you'll be fine. If you like to work on cars, if you're a car person, then it's not a money pit, because we enjoy working on vehicles, right? Yes, sometimes I do take the truck to a shop, but the one thing that we should begin with is you need to remember, like if you're looking to get an H2, you need to do like a small reality check at home or at work or somewhere, and then if you need somebody to remind you that, if you're a married man, your wife would be the perfect one to remind you not to buy another money pit. So, first thing first, you need to understand that you're buying a car that's old, okay? No matter what brand vehicle you get, when you get a car that's old, you are most likely to get to a point where the car is going to need repairs, probably sooner than buying a newer vehicle. If you're shopping for an H2, and if you did your homework, you know that '09 is the newest that you're going to find, and you're still able to find nowadays a first owner that has treated the H2 like a baby. Still, no matter how new it is, I have met people in the past that paid, and when I said in the past, I don't mean a few months ago, I mean probably a few years ago. The last one that I remember talking to wasn't not that long ago. It was actually here in LA. That man paid almost 60 grand for his H2. The H2 wasn't even at 100,000 miles, and it was an '08. Everything went fine for the first 4 months. After the 4 months, it was nothing but trouble. Was he unlucky? No. I also know a bunch of other people that bought older H2s with less than 100,000 miles, and the son is in a position where, there you go, that's a little bit better, right? There you go. So, like I was saying, was he unlucky? No. Is the H2 that problematic? No. It's just simply that you need to understand that you are buying a old used vehicle, and like I mentioned not too long ago, does it have to do anything with the brand? No. The GM did some things that are questionable on the H2 throughout the years? Yes. Here's an example, okay? BMW. I know that if you had a BMW, you're probably going to say you should have never touched that name, but BMW. 745i, 2007. I had one for a very short amount of time. The first time I had to take that car to the service department on the BMW dealership, and before you get into a little something on the comments, yes, I know that the dealership will want to kill you with the prices that they charge for service, but when it comes to a car like that, if you can still afford it, I highly recommend, no matter what brand it is, if you have a BMW, Mercedes, I don't care what it is, the Hyundai, Camry, whatever, if you feel comfortable paying for something from the dealership, knowing that's going to be a better job than going to a mom and pop shop, then I do recommend it. But anyways, BMW 2007 745i, I bought it used. My very first trip to the BMW dealership was just over $4,000. Now, you might ask, well, why do you pay that much? You should have sold it. That's exactly what I did. Why did I do the services the way it was supposed to be at the dealer? Because I knew that I had somebody that was willing to buy the car, especially when I would have called this gentleman and said, hey man, I just did a full service on this vehicle. It should be good. He took it right off my hands. But that right there, it's kind of an example to show you that no matter what vehicle it is, it's an old vehicle. You are going to get to a point where it's going to break down on you. I've seen people that baby their H2, like I mentioned a little while ago. I've also seen people that bought an H3 not too long ago. The H3 was on 09. This truck only had, it was not even 30,000 miles on it. Previous owner had every single service record you can imagine. Even after Hummer went away, this man was still going to a GM dealership to do service on it. It only took 7 days for this H3 to just start giving my buddy all kinds of problems. So, again, back to the H2. Is the H2 a money pit? I don't believe it is. The H2 is just an older vehicle that is either going to need work right off the back when you buy it, or eventually it's going to get to that point because, again, these are old vehicles. There's going to be plenty of people that are going to tell you not to buy it. If you've been looking for an H2, now that they're cheaper, obviously that when they were in production, there's a lot of people still trying to get their hands on one. I get messages on Instagram, which is, I guess, a preferred method of contact from some of you guys. I get emails all the time with people asking me, hey, what do you think about this? I saw this one for this much, whatever. What can I expect? I made a video that you can check somewhere up here right now. It's a little long, it's a long video. If you're looking for an H2 and you found this video first, go and check it out with the things that I know that you need to check for before you buy an H2. I'm not trying to disappoint you if you're still looking for an H2, or if you just bought an H2 and it's perfect and you subscribe to my channel and you're like, all right, let me follow this guy, maybe I get into a problem that he already posted a video about. Today's video is not to, it's just to answer the question. It's gonna need money, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna break every 5 minutes. Now, obviously, if you're the kind of guy that beats the crap out of the H2, you wanna go wheeling every weekend, and you're not careful, because trust me, I know people that own other vehicles, and I'm not gonna mention any names though. I'm just gonna say, I know people that own a Jeep, they destroy their Jeeps, and they said, I need a tougher, rougher vehicle. They went out, bought an H2 for, I don't know, really cheap, less than 20 grand. They run into the same situation, but that has nothing to do with whether the vehicle is the right thing to go off-roading or not. It's the right vehicle to go off-roading or not. That has to do with the person. If you treat it like crap, obviously you're gonna be on a mechanic, or you're gonna be under the car for the rest of whatever time you own the H2. So I don't want to make this video too long, but in my opinion, it's not a money pit. Again, if you're a car person, you like to work on cars, and remember, we always got we got a devil on one side and we have an angel right here. The devil is telling you to go ahead and buy the car, and the little angel on this side is saying, hey, it's a money pit, don't buy it. But the devil is like, don't listen to that guy, go ahead and buy it, you like the car. I think we all been through that situation, and in many cases it's the devil on one side and the wife on the other side. So don't mean to disrespect no wives out there, that was just a joke. But you all know what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm not trying to make you feel like you made a horrible purchase if you just bought your H2, but it's the reality. When you buy an old vehicle, you have to have money for repairs that are coming. It doesn't matter if it was an 03, an 09, like I just mentioned to you guys without going into too many details. It's an old vehicle that will eventually need some kind of repair. Again, I highly recommend you to go ahead and check on top or in my description of this video. The one video I made that's titled What to Look For Before Buying an H2, and you're probably going to see a couple of things in there that it'll probably help you. on your purchase, or it'll probably help you tackle problems that you might have with the H2. And that's pretty much it. Again, in my opinion, the H2 is not a money pit. It's just an older vehicle that needs some love. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.